Daniel, the defensive numbers over the last 5 games have been really good. What's kicked in? Is it a better understanding of concepts from the players? What has allowed that?
Yes, sir. That and just watching extra film. We're moving as a unit out there. We all understand what we're going to do in a given play, and just communicating as much as possible and not wondering what somebody else is going to do during that play. So it's just the communication we're doing and the extra film we're doing during the week.
What led to watching more film?
The winning. We know the more we put in to football, the more we're going to get out of it, and it's because of those guys that are working so hard, putting in that extra time to understand the offense we're going up against, and just our defense as a whole is definitely helping us out when we go out there on Saturdays.
Was it emphasized by the coaches to watch more film, or was that led by the players?
It's been emphasized by the coaches since the time they got here. It's just a lot of guys that are finally taking ownership, realizing that by doing this extra work that it's really going to help us out in the long run, and we now realize that. We all realize that, so that's why we're having the success we're having right now.
And y'all know that y'all have thought all along you could be a good defense. I mean, you said that going back to last season, to preseason stuff this year. But when was there a time when you kind of realized y'all were starting to become a pretty good defense? Was there a time this season where you said, okay, now it's starting to come together a little bit?
Yes, sir. We had a lot of little sparks during the season, but after going against a really great running back, the Mississippi State game, we realized, if we communicated as much as possible on the field, if we knew what we were going to do, if we read our keys correctly, that we can, the world is ours, so we can stop anybody. So definitely that game really showed that we can do it for a whole game. So, yes, sir.
What is the difference you've seen in Nigel this year versus his career?
Just about the same thing. Not just one of those guys that's going to come in, work his butt off each and every day, and that's finally showing. I believe he's one of the best safeties in the nation because how he brings himself, how he carries himself each and every day. So I'm definitely happy for the success that he's having and applying to this defense. So we definitely need him on the team.
How would you describe how he carries himself?
Just first class each and every day. He's one of those guys that leads by example. He's definitely one of those vocal guys that encourages guys to do their best each and every day. But we know that guys can look at Nigel from afar and understand how to carry yourself. So Nigel is definitely one of those leaders that have definitely been a great asset to this team since the time he's got here.
Daniel, is it easier for you to buy in to what the coaches are trying to tell you about certain things you need to work on as you start to sense your mortality with this program as you are a senior that's only got a few games left?
Yes, sir. Since the time they got here, how can you not buy into a coaching staff that's so established? You can look at Coach Pruitt's record, the players that he's coached, and the players that are doing so well in the league right now, and to bring a coach like that into this facility to help us out, help us become a better defense, a better player at our whole. So definitely, I'm a sponge when it comes to Coach Pruitt because he definitely knows what he's talking about and because he's been in this for so long. So yes, sir.
Do you think those sophomores and juniors, those underclassmen, they kind of understand the same sort of sense of urgency that you do as a senior? Yes and no. At the end of the day, they're sophomores, they're young guys, and they'll start to learn. But it's just a growing process. They'll have to understand through time. So, but eventually they will because they're definitely a whole bunch of sponges as well. They come in each and every day trying to learn something new every day. So, and they're doing that. So, yes, so they will.
Nigel spoke about having kind of a renewed passion for the game this season. Have you kind of seen that? Did you kind of notice that even maybe this offseason and perhaps see how that's kind of translated on the practice field and in his success in the games?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, I notice that each and every day. And at the end of the day, numbers don't lie. Y'all can go out there and see what all he's done to the team and how well the defense has done. So we just got to come in and just win each and every day. And we know in order to win on Saturdays, we need to win in practice. So we plan on doing that.
Daniel, in the open week and now this week on game week, what are some things you've done to try to keep on edge and make sure you guys don't let up after the recent success you had?
Just saying in each other's ears. What we don't want to do is become complacent and be happy with where we're at right now. We're still a hungry team. We want to win this next game coming up. Missouri's a great team. At the end of the day, I said each and every week, every team in the SEC is a good team. And what we can't do is overlook them because of the success we've had these previous games. So we just got to come in and win each and every day.
As a player, did you feel like that maybe the coaching staff was even harder on you guys after wins versus losses to try to make sure that you guys still continue to try to improve?
No. I've said it multiple times. You know, these coaches are as consistent as anybody I've ever met. Mm-hmm. You know, win or lose, they're going to come in with the same intensity each and every day. And, coming into each and every week what intensity they're going to come with. So their demeanor to the game is never going to be questioned because we know they're coming in 100% each and every day, practice, game. So nothing has changed with the coaches.
Do these last couple of games mean something more to you, being your last road trip in the SEC, your last home game coming up?
No, I'm just trying to win and leave everything on a good note. You know, with the success we're having, it's definitely motivating me and a whole bunch of the other guys in that locker room. But I just want to come in and continue to do what we've been doing and just win.
I'm just wondering, the things you went through early in life, having to adjust to a new culture, new country, did that help you at all, just in the adjustments you've had to make later in life, whether it be as a player, adjusting to a new staff, as a student, adjusting to new surroundings? How has that kind of impacted your development?
Just to sustain, no matter the situation I've been in, it's just helped me, just keep on pushing. What I don't want to do is come in and blame somebody else for the mistakes that I've done. I just want to keep on fighting. That's something my parents have preached to me at a young age. No matter the situation you're in, just keep fighting, and you're ultimately in control of your own destiny.
What was the toughest part of that adjustment? I don't know how much you remember. You're so young, I don't know how much you remember of it, but what was the toughest part of just adjusting to a new country when you moved over here?
Just everything. The struggles, seeing my parents go through so much stuff, like just the trials and tribulations we all went through as a family, not knowing what we're going to eat the next day. So things like this, things like football, it's definitely hard, but when it comes to the real world, facing things like that, it's nothing compared to that. And my parents did a good job of trying to, kind of cuddle us in a warm environment, and they did a great job at it. So, football's hard, but the things that I went through growing up was definitely hard. It's a life and death situation. So, yeah.
Daniel, Missouri scored 50 points each of the last two times it's played Tennessee. Do you feel like the defense has something to prove against Missouri?
I feel like we have something to prove each and every game. Like I said, every SEC team is capable of doing so if we don't come in with the same mindset. We just got to come in today with the same hard-working mindset, try to win today, and if we do so, it'll take care of itself.
What do you think of Kelly Bryant?
Great player. He's a great player.
You're nearing the end of your college career now. How would you like to be remembered as a player?
A winner. I want to be a leader. Looking back on my time here, I want people to understand that Daniel was a great leader on and off the field. The way I carry myself, I try to be an example to all these younger guys. So that's definitely how I want to be looked at when I leave.
Have you talked to Shy and Kyle much since they left?
Yeah. I congratulate them.
What have they told you about their
game.
experience?
They said it's been good. So they have a lot more free time when they when they get to that professional level. But you just got to understand how to handle yourself. They've explained, and a whole bunch of the other guys that have left, just being able to know how to manage your time, and just coming into college, I feel like I've been able to do so. So yeah.
One more.
Did you get any snaps or reps off last week to just kind of rest up and get healed up for this week?
Yes, sir. The coaches try to get the young guys a whole bunch of reps during the break so they can get accustomed to all the reps and just get comfortable within themselves. So the coaches have done a good job of really managing my reps really all year. So thankful to them.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.